Yellow. Tylo. Yeah, why not? Some stuff to do today, but before that, we can chill. Okay. Killer. The fuck? Just popped on X, like make a post like, hey, streaming. It's first thing I see is YouTube's too PC for X. Talk about it. Maybe. Father. Albino, albino. Come here. I think I'll grow it in rhino. Yep. The rules are for that. Let's see here. Tylosaurus, 5 adults. 4 subadults. Solo can hunt up to medium-sized prey. Wow. It's the color quality so I can see a little bit better. I do a little bit of GPU tweaking while I'm playing. Otherwise the game is too dark. Unfortunately. Just give it a slight contrast boost, mostly. Hunting allowance is unaffected by grouping with. Stay within 1 body length. Allowed in freshwater sources. Into and out of sub. Oh no. Little quest giver up here, so I want to hit him up. Make our way towards Cedrus and do those things. Ugh. Nope. Now that's useful. That is useful. Let's see this rule. So going this way is kind of a waste of time, but I'm still gonna go this way anyway. There's some rules on this server where you can't go to X and Y. I want growth, so... Alright, mama. This is probably the most important fish you could have in your mouth. Where's this parent at? Realized I forgot to put on my, bone goalie. That's what I needed. Go down there, you still get the, Grab it. Oh, whatever, we'll take another bite. How long this thing lasts? This gives 20% HP regen and 20% bleed recovery. Meaning it just basically makes it so you take 20% less bleed effectively. Not a straight resistant like hides do. Catfish is effectively the same thing as an Arikama. Considered a large fish as well. It's just smaller is all. The same amount of food. First. Here. Go to redwoods, get that growth. You ever in a situation where you need to fight a Sashi or a Lucas is this guy? You kind of want to just let your you kind of don't want to trade any bites. You lose the bite versus bite because they literally just have more combat than you. What you can do though is headbutt into them and bite. And keep Armored Tail or Tail Sweep, depending on your preference. I would say if you're not very good at Tylo, I would say Armored Tail's going to be better for you in general because you can just turn yourself away and swim, and all they can do is bite your tail, and they do no damage. And you effectively win the trade by headbutting, biting 2 times, swimming away. Headbutting, biting 2 times, swimming. That's 100. Shit. Push that thing off. I want to get that pike, but I'll give it up. I don't want to get bit by those. That's some of those. Hello. It's right there. Alright, so new catfish. I can't get my senses yet so that I can have stamina regen from my headbutt attach. I've seen 5 Tylos, more than every other server I've played in a while, so. Keep a fish in your mouth, it does not degrade. This is why I'm able to keep the fish with me. An intended mechanic. You know why? No, not really. Find another pike to eat. Not really much to discover in this place. This is one of the more when it comes to view as an aquatic. Very edge. Balls is something I can go and get. Not quite whatever that is. When I go past trees, I can push them down. That's a free 50 marks. On a server that doesn't give any boost. Would be considered quite a lot of marks. 150 to 200 marks I can get out of this place, but yeah. That's why I like redwoods. You just come here periodically, you just get 200 marks for free, so if you're ever hurting for marks. As an aquatic, you can easily pick up 200 for little effort. And the frog spawns. Oh, wait, I think that's one right there. The white things gonna be above the water, be able to see them. There we go. We can move on. Oh, I bet I can, wide game now. What is a frog? Prognathedon? Where's another frog spawn? I'm just not seeing them. Looking and looking, I can hear the sound of the frog spawn. It makes the ribbit sound. I'm just not seeing the white plume in water or above water. That are super annoying. Well, maybe by now the spot that I grabbed from before respawned. I'm gonna get out of here anyway. We did everything that we can do. None of the trees are gonna stand back up anytime soon. There's a frog spawn right here. Yeah, this is what it looks like. to last that catfish. Oh, whatever. Well, the last 5 seconds. So. Oops, I just let go of that because it didn't let me type. Well, that's never getting got back. It's just gone. Get bored already. So I was trying out Yellow Tones, and that just, I don't know, the server rules are dog shit. And I had the same experience on Nat-Hist. No, I'm sorry, I'm on Nat-Hist. What's it called? Oh, I already forgot the name. It's just a little I give a shit. Uh, Primal Titans. Primal Tyrants? Primal Titans. I can't. PT. It's just called PT. There's PT semi-realism. And I was pretty sure I broke a rule, so I like self-reported, and then the person that like reviewed the ticket was like, "Hey, actually, you broke like this. You're permanently banned." And I was like, okay." It's like, "Yeah, you can." They're like, "You can come back in 30 days," and I'm like, "I don't. If you're this kind of retarded, then I don't interact with you guys." Like, what? I went through the process of like recording an OBS video, wasting hard drive space, making my hard drives die slightly sooner so that you could what, ban me in a video game? Okay, fuck my ass. What? I was being honest, and I got punished for my honesty. It just shows like the kind of people that are there. Yeah, just give me a strike. Don't fucking permanently ban me for the first offense. Like I don't make any sense to me. My brain didn't understand it. Also, the server doesn't have good rules anyway, so I'm just going to leave either way. But I just, like, that just, like, solidified just never coming back because the staff is retarded and the players are retarded too, so. Is what it is. The rule that I was surprised doesn't exist on the server was no heal stalling, which is just dog shit. No heal stalling is a rule that should be required on every single server that has any amount of rules, because it just makes the game not dog shit to play as a tier 4 or 5. Heal stalling is when you go to full sleep in combat. Like, your group is in combat with someone and you walk away and go to full sleep. When you sleep in this game, you get ×4 healing. That's how it works. So regular sleeping is ×2, full sleeping is ×4, and when you're in combat, you get half of your total healing. So let's say you heal at a 2 HP a second rate. When you go to sleep, you get HP a second. But because you're in combat, you only get 4 HP a second. So if you're in combat, you're still getting 1 HP a second, because that's your passive healing. But if you're sleeping, you now get 2.0. I mean, if you're resting, you get 2.0. So resting is fine. All that really does is just give you back your original out of combat healing. I don't mind that. Now, what I do mind is when someone is able to full sleep in combat and they also have a healer on their team. But guess what that does? A lot of the healers, pretty much what they do is they double your healing rate for the time the heal is going. There's some math in it, but it's effectively just doubles. So if you're in combat and you're getting 1.0, now you get 2.0 while you're in combat. If you're resting and you're getting 2.0, now you get 4.0. If you're sleeping and you're getting 4.0, because you're in combat, you're getting 8.0. It basically gives you back your original value of being in combat. Now, it's reduced if you're bleeding, but guess what usually a solo player is? They're not a bleeder, probably. They're probably something like a Sarco that doesn't bleed, they just do raw damage, or a Tylo that just does bone snap, or a Tyrannosaurus Rex that just does bone snap and moves slow, or a Bars that just has tail sweep and moves slow. You know, things like this, basically. And so, basically what I'm saying is it just makes the game dog shit to play for the people that are not in a group. So, like, say you're like me. Right now, I'm growing a Tylo. Okay, what if I get ganked by, like, a Metri and 2 Sukos? You know what? You understand what I'm saying? Server that doesn't have mixed packing rules, so you can group with anything. I think their rule was all tier 4 and below can group with tier 4 and below, which is fucking terrible. That's just terrible for the game. For one, I just straight up don't agree with it. I think you should either have no mixed packing, or you should allow all mixed packing. Just fuck it. Not like only tier 5s can group with tier 5s, only tier 6 can group with. What the fuck's the point then? All that does is make it so that tier 4 and below are now just the strongest. They're better than Apex because you just put a healer. I think they had Mute in the group, it's another support. that's a modded sport. It's better than the Metri, in my opinion, but here nor there. You either put a Metri or a Ute in your group, and then you just, anything that's tier 4, you just spam out. I think they had a Safo, and that's like a tier 4 bleeder, a disgusting bleeder, by the way. And you can put EX Allo, or you can put regular Allo in your group, and it doesn't matter. As long as you have a bleeder that does, you know, a reasonable amount of bleed. You can even have a Clunk. Let's save you some slots to put another bleeder in, so you can have 2 bleeders. But the point is that the person that is doing the bleeding, they're going to be taking damage, then they go away. And then the other bleeder chimes in and continues to bleed on the target they're bleeding. This usually only applies to fighting smaller groups. In a group versus group, you just go and kill the guy that's trying to run away, right? But that's not where the heal stall rule has any effect, because they're just going to fight each other to the death. The rule only really helps smaller teams. So when you're a solo versus this full 12 slot or 10 plus slot group is where it helps. And so I was like, well, you guys can just put like bleeders with non-bleeders, and then it just becomes miserable to play anything above a tier 3 if you're not in the group yourself. So, especially a tier 5, like they're like, and I was talking with it, and people were just like, yeah, all this does is buff Apexes. Yeah, it makes Apex not dog shit to play, so you actually see Apexes on your server once in a while, instead of just groups of a bleeder with a support, followed by whatever the fuck else. Because when you don't have heal stall rules, all that does is make it so Apexes are fucking pointless to play. Absolutely pointless. They just get dogpiled by a bleeder with a support. And it's very easy to kill Apexes in this game. They're not hard to kill at all. They're very, very easy to chip down and kill. It's just a matter of patience. And a lot of servers, they have like no combat logging rules, so you just sit there and fucking take it as the Apex, just dog shit. It makes playing them pointless. So you'll just never see them on the server, which means why even bother having them? Just disable them, replace them with more tier 4s and 3s, since you can't. Playing them is pointless anyway. Because usually what these servers do, they don't have heal stall, they allow you to group with, you know, a group of healers, or a group of bleeders and healers, and then you can just go after the bigger stuff that can't run away. And so people are like, well, if you just play at water, it doesn't matter. When you're playing a heal stall, they have all the time in the world, because usually those servers have no combat. Oh, I think I missed a, go get some growth. I think it's this way. Yeah. I was like, yeah, these rules don't really make sense to me. Like, why would you have X and not Y? It's not a spot to get grow. Sinkhole, that's what it's called. It's just going up this thing. What are those? Alright. Salamander. Okay, I got the single bros. So anyway, I was like suggesting the rule. I was like, you guys are just making it dog shit to play a solo or a duo group versus people that push 12 slots or are fully 12 slotted. And that was also at the same time I had no idea that I apparently self-reported myself to a permanent ban. Yeah. thought I was being kind. I was like, I'm pretty sure I rulebook this player. I get a strike. They're like, what do you mean, give yourself a strike? It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I rulebook this guy. They're like, oh, that's being so honest. And then I get permanently banned for it. So it's like, double fuck me, I guess. Just fuck this server. It sucks dick. Why would I play here? And me for being honest, and also punish me for wanting to ever, at any point, grow anything above a tier 3. And not be a full aquatic. Because I have no problem fighting people as a full aquatic. Dude, I'll fuck people up as Tylo. I don't care. I don't care how big your dino is. I'm just better. Doesn't bother me. I've killed Spinos, I've killed other Tylos, nearly killed Shonies, I've nearly killed Leviathans. Doesn't matter. Don't care. The servers that have like Shonies and Leviathans, they generally buff up the Tylo a little bit, give it a little bit more combat weight, maybe a tiny bit more health. That's all I need. I don't need you to raise my values on any of my damage abilities. Just outplay. I don't need more stamina. I don't need more oxygen. Just outplay. Play better. I can usually get them within a 10% margin to 5% margin. I'd say like optimal play, I get them below 5%, and suboptimal play they sit around 5%. From my experience, there's plenty of wiggle room to just succeed. Get a couple more headshots in the fight, and you'll get the kill probably. 2 to 3 more headshots. Generally, a Shoni and a Leviathan, they have like 1,000. Less than that as a Tylo, so gotta outplay. They're big and slow, and you can get behind them. And, yep. I didn't mean to press that. I just lost out on my trout. Oh, take a piece of this guy. Oh, right. There's a... Yeah. I need to kill these things so I can get my hearts. But anyway, my point was I've been trying out these community servers, and a lot of them, they just suck ass. Like, their rules are just shitty. All they want is just glorified PvP. They had teleports all over the fucking map. I don't mind the teleports too much on Apex Killers because you're a big motherfucker. Your job is just to fight big motherfuckers and die. That's the whole point of the server. Take it or leave it. Either like it or don't. I like it. I like just growing a big dino and just fighting other big dinos and dying. And usually I don't like growing big dinos, but that server makes it not a pain in the fucking dick to play. So, I'm good with it. Like, oh yeah, this is how it should be. You know, if you're gonna have big dinos, you know, buff up things that are on officials to also be a big dino, and make them not asked to play against the modded dinos, and then there you go. I'm good with it. Chill. Conch. I have to go all the way back for those, unless there's some right here, kind of a thing. I know I can get them in the next area, that's why I'm not too worried about it. I don't think there's a single conch spawn that happens on this side. I have to go all the way back. I feel like it. Eat it. I don't care. Stamina buff is what I need. 5 minutes, but time in the world. Like, almost sum it all now. Be some yeah, like I was saying earlier, generally servers with no with mix packing rules that just don't exist, they're not real, no mix packing. No mix packing is when you group with anything that is not your exact dino. That is mix packing. I don't give a fuck what Path of Titans players think it is. That's exactly what it is. It's what it means when anyone says no mix packing. That's what they mean. They don't mean mixed dieting. They mean mix packing. A pack is a group of said thing. You don't have a pack of wolves with a pack of dogs. That's not a pack. You either have a pack of wolves or you have a pack of dogs. Half the Titans players are just stupid and make it confusing. For no reason. They're like, hey, no, that's mixed dieting. No, it's not anything. Mixed pack. You're not the same dino. You are mixed packing. That's how it works. Every other dino game, that is how it works. That's what they mean when they say it. That is yours get to be special and change the term. It isn't. You don't. One term. Pick the same dino. Be something else together. What it means. Super simple. When you make things confusing, you alienate new players trying to trying to explain to them what the fuck is going on. Making things hard to explain, and there's already a bunch of stuff going on, is how you lose people and make them uninterested in whatever you're trying to sell. Don't do that. One, it makes you sound stupid. Two, for trying to be unique and different. And for two, it just makes it hard for the new player to understand what the fuck's going on, which is even worse than sounding stupid. Because all that does is make it so the new player isn't interested in your game. They just go back to the Isle. They just go back to Beast of Bermuda. They go back to play something else. Or they play officials, which is even worse. They're just like, yeah, fuck it. These rules sound stupid. I don't want to be here. They just go back to officials. Don't make things confusing. Be like, listen, these are the rules. Get or leave it. Don't make things confusing. A lot of people want to play on mixed pack servers. A lot of people want to play on no mixed pack servers. Give them the choice, but don't make things confusing. Makes you look stupid. Especially when you're trying to subvert a term that's existed for I don't even know how many years. I've been in the Dino game. I played Dino games with my friend that's Australian for I don't even know how many years. Fucking 6 years now, at least. 5 years. So, when a Dino game comes along, when people come along, they're like, yeah, no, this is what the term is. No. It makes terms lose meaning. It could be a common thing on. You just make terms that have existed forever lose meaning. Like it's saying them in a stupid way over and over. You become the boy who cried wolf. Looks at you and goes, okay. Whatever you say, bud. Super close to getting my 15% stamina regen. So I think I've like solidified what I'm looking for in a server, which I don't want any mixed backing. If your server has mixed backing, it's dog shit to me. I don't play on these servers so that I can get so I can fight a support with fucking 2 bleeders and something that tanks me. It sounds like dog shit. I'm good, bro. Go back to officials. What? Like, for example, those servers hold so little value to me because it's like, why would I play there? I could just go back to officials, and on officials, if I'm getting ganked, usually someone will like show up and be like, damn, that guy's getting fucked up, I'll help out. And on these servers, no one fucking shows up. They're all fucking sitting in their cuddle pile in one fucking POI. On officials, I find people in every POI. So there's like no, your server holds less than zero value because for one, it has below the 125 player limit. And on top of that, no one fucking shows up to help. So if you call, no one fucking there. Because these servers, what they'll do is they think they're cheeky, right? They'll have like, oh yeah, all these groups can group together, and then they won't allow third partying so that someone can come and like third party and fuck these like 5 dudes that are trying to kill you. You know, fuck up these 5 dudes that are trying to kill you. Oh, they just conveniently have a no third party rule. But oh yeah, by the way, you can't combat log. Oh, so you just need to sit there and take it. Yeah, that's real fun for the guy that's alone. Fuck you. Your fucking service dog shit. No one wants to play there. Retarded. Dumbass rule. It makes no fucking sense. Because you either, like, for example, you either full send and be like, listen, no rules. There's just don't be a dick, right? Just don't be a dick. Don't target people, because it's, you know, like, if you saw someone and you just killed them, don't fucking, like, go where, like, and follow them and try and kill them again. That's lame. Alright. Simple rules. You know, stuff that's just, like, you know, don't be a dick, basically. It all boils down to don't be a dick. Don't have, like, you know, your pick of the crop. That's fucking stupid. It makes no sense. Either do it or don't. I hate half-assing. I hate people who half-ass things. It just pisses me off. I don't like half-assing. Blows ass. Welcome to Nat-Hist. Thanks, Coffee. I think I've actually watched your channel, by the way. I think you got a good channel. Let me pick your name. Why is it not? I like the server. I think it, I haven't figured out how much you lose when you die yet, but I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, sub to you. You make videos once in a while. I think you do PvP deathmatch server videos, though. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat. Yapping to fill up space and time. About servers I just don't understand the rules of, and they make no sense to my brain. I'm specifically talking about yellow tones and Primal Tyrants, Primal Titans. 15%? 15% of what? I forget. There's a latency on this shit, so streaming to YouTube. Sometimes I want to go back to Twitch because the latency is stupid. Let me see if I can fix that live. Oh, you're answering my question. I understand. Yeah, see, I don't... Just let me change it live. Pause the stream to change it. Let me end the stream for 2 seconds.